Hey everyone. I just want to take a second before we get into the latest episode of the Enemy Base podcast to thank everyone who's watched so far, who's dropped subscribes and all that other fun stuff. Again, thank you for checking out this episode as well. You can check out the show every Monday night around 8:45 on twitch.tv/theenemybase. Not only do we do podcasts there with IrishSavageOOC and DreadedGamur and soon to be a whole bunch of other co-hosts, but I also stream a bunch of games as well. So you're likely to see Escape from Tarkov, Overwatch, Valheim, you name it. It'll probably be on here at some point. So you can also check out my co-hosts. Like for one, he's one of the best Warzone streamers that I know of. It's IrishSavageOOC, and you can check him out at twitch.tv/IrishSavageOOC. Also, you can check out one of the best variety streamers that I know and the other co-host of the Enemy Base podcast, DreadedGamur, at twitch.tv/DreadedGamur. If you enjoyed the show, if you enjoy me, if you enjoy the content, hit subscribe so you know when the next episode goes live. And now, on with the show, boys.
Now recording.
Welcome back to the Enemy Base podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am, of course, your host, and I wish I could say intellectual savior of the masses, but let's be honest here. I run a podcast on Twitch. Walter, aka the Enemy Base, and with me, like always, is DreadedGamur.
What up, Doe?
And some team killer named IrishSavageOOC.
What up, buddy? Wait a minute. Are we switching roles today? Is it opposite day?
Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. AZ's not on the podcast today.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So a little bit of insight. I figured this would be a good spot to start the beginning of the episode. So I have my mission to start turning TTO into half Warzone content and half Tarkov content has finally bore some fruit. So, as you guys know, I got Irish playing with me every Tuesday, and now I got our buddy AZ playing, Parzi playing, JQ's coming back. I think Domi bought the game. So Kane's got it. Dreaded, I think, looked at it once. He breathed on his monitor when he looked at the icon to launch the launcher one time.
Look, here's what we're not gonna do. Last Tuesday, I would have played, but for the 50th time, it was my daughter's birthday.
No, listen here, bitch tits.
I was not even
Listen
home.
Listen here, bitch tits. I did not even say once that your argument about your kid's birthday was invalid. I did not once say that. I'm talking about the last 3 weeks where I go, hey, let's play. Okay. Hey, where's Dreaded?
Hold on. I was on week before last. What you talking about?
Oh, no, that's when like the entire stream fell down. Okay. So the week after.
I don't want to hear no excuses. I was there.
So the week after, hey, where's Dreaded? Meanwhile, live look into Dreaded's bedroom.
Look, man.
Hey, Dreaded, for real though, you heard about that guy that made 13 grand in one night sleeping, right? Did you see his face? What?
So
we'd have him in a pink nightie with like a nightcap on.
Oh my God.
Slippers, like.
Dude, I would find a way to get on his computer and just like fucking put like a little fucking pink nightie on, get him like one of those little cone fucking sleeping hats on.
My God.
Okay, so tomorrow, Dreaded, we are playing again. Just like we have been every night from like midnight till 6 a.m. our time. But we're doing it in the afternoon because apparently Tuesday is the only day I can actually get people to play during the day. You are invited.
I do my best to be there because I won't hear the end of it if I'm not anyway.
Listen, all you got to do is like text me your phone number. I will call you and be like, yo, are you coming on? I just woke up. Click.
Look, man, I can't help it. My sleep schedule is on another planet. I just deal with it, bro.
Bitch, please. My sleep schedule is somewhere near fucking Pluto.
When's the last time you was up 36 hours straight? Because that was me last week.
Last night, 2 nights ago.
That's your fault. Anyway.
I'm just saying. Anyway, so we are definitely becoming more like we one by one the infection is spreading throughout TTO, and we are going to have a lot of people playing Tarkov hopefully in like within the next year. But we're at 6.
And now that my computer's not on ultra high mode, for fuck's sakes, that
Dude,
it was actually running a lot smoother, and I could stream Factory today, which was nice.
Which is weird because that was the only map that it got fucked up on.
Well, that, and remember what it did. Remember a couple months ago when we did Shoreline one time, and my computer basically jumped off a cliff and said, "I don't want to live anymore." So now maybe I have that fixed, because literally, bro, like almost every single raid I loaded into today, I got in under 2 minutes.
Nice.
Which is, even for my clunky computer, is pretty good.
So are we officially on the Tarkov makes computer sentient train? Because I'm fully on this at this point.
All I know is that bitch better be on your SSD, because I tried the hard way.
Yeah, right. You cannot have. They actually say in the install, like in the installer, it says, hey, this is meant to be run on at least an SSD, so you should probably run that.
Yeah, I had it on an HDD, and my enemy's like, why the fuck is it taking so long? I'm like, I don't know.
Meanwhile,
let me move it to my NVMe M.2. Oh, there it goes. What the? Why am I gigantic on your stream now? I done took over Irish's spot.
Dude, I was about to just go put them on. I was about to be like, hey, bud, we good? Did we piss you off? Did your computer grow sentience? Should we call the National Guard? That's the best question.
We're all good.
Say, man.
I was just turning on the other light to give a little better light.
Yeah, I have to add the button for a 2-person podcast for when you leave if me and Dreaded are still going.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, fun times. So how y'all been? Because it's been a interesting week, to say the least.
All right, I guess.
I'm doing okay. Just streaming and grinding at work, man. My car fucking blew my mind last night. So I was in the middle of my rides and my check engine light came on. And I was like, okay, so I should probably go home because, obviously passengers aren't going to want to get in my car with a check engine light on. So I drive all the way home, and legit, as I pull into the parking lot, it goes off. I'm like, this motherfucker. So I'm like, because it's like either break or don't, you know what I mean? Because I can't take it to a place and be like, well, the check engine light was on. Like, that's not going to do anything, So it's like, fuck, man. So I can't really get a look at until it comes on again. So it's just frustrating.
And what sucks is like you probably don't drive much during the day anyway. So when shops are actually open, and then at night when you're driving, you just go, oh, look, the light's on and I can't do anything. All right, that's cool.
Exactly. So it like kind of ruins that whole night,
Yeah.
So, but it's part of the business of what I do. It is what it is. I can't stress about it. I got up early this morning before my stream. I went out, started my car. It wasn't on, it was running fine. So I'll drive tonight like normal. And if it happens again, I just deal with it as it is. So
damn, I just came up with $1 million idea. Damn, a shop that's open at night.
Well, I'm sure there's some of them that are open overnight, but
shit, when the sun go down, they clocking out.
Dude, literally no shop owner on the planet would want to be in their shop late at night, and no shop owner is gonna let an incompetent idiot be on there early in the day just so they can, or early at night till overnight, be like, hey, so I tried changing the brakes on this car, but somehow the entire engine fell.
Yo, that's so funny. I went past my old job at Firestone. Some dude got fired because they dropped a 2021 Silverado off the lift.
What? What?
Brand new truck. The tires were off and everything.
Shit.
I said, oh, Firestone got to buy somebody a new truck.
Shit.
Somebody's getting fired for that, definitely.
Yeah, he definitely got fired. I was, he was like, hey, we hiring. I said, what you talking about? He said, yeah, he got fired. I said, what, dropped the truck off the lift?
Aren't you kind of haggling with them over price still, though, or something?
Who, me?
Yeah. You said you were thinking about going back there, but they weren't paying you enough or something.
They got to give me some more money.
Yeah.
Dude, places like Firestone and Meineke, The problem is they'll bottom dollar you just because anybody looking for a job that has any mechanical experience will just walk in and go, "Hey, I need a job. $10 an hour, good? I mean, I guess. Okay, you're hired." Whereas, people with actual experience walk in and say, "Hey, I have all this experience. I expect $17.50," and they're going to laugh at you because they could pay anybody to, put a car on a lift. And yeah.
Well, it's not just that. The issue is you don't get paid by the hour. It don't matter what fucking number they give you. If you only turn out 30 hours between all the jobs you've done, what fucking difference does it make? You can make $50 an hour. If you only bring in 10 hours, then what good is that?
Yeah.
And an oil change pays 3/10 of an hour, which I believe equates to like 6 minutes. Yeah.
You get paid per oil change or what?
Yep, you get paid by the job.
Really?
Oil changes, tires, brakes, all that stuff. It's all out. It's all
gotcha.
rated.
So, foretold in chat, I had someone at work order a meal with a large Coke, but they said cocaine instead.
40 and slip?
Yeah, I mean, it is Hazlet, New Jersey, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. So,
what's funny is a couple of nights ago I had some. I mean, you can spot them from a mile away. Tweakers basically. They got that look. But it's funny, like they were the nicest people and ended up giving me the biggest tip of the night. It's like, but I'm like dropping them off they have like, oh man, it was bad. Like no joke. The only way I can explain, especially it was like a couple, and the only way I can explain the woman, she smelled like a mixture of paint thinner and nail polish remover, like so strong that through my mask, my eyes were fucking watering, bro. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, but they were like, is a 20 spot cool? And I was like, yeah, for sure. I'll take your drug infested money. Like
I will. I would see. That's the one thing I would not want to be an Uber driver in the winter where you can't roll the windows down.
I roll them down.
I had a passenger one time when I was doing Uber. Picked Dreaded. How well do you know like Red Bank, New Jersey, when you were living up here? I
don't.
Okay, so
I never went.
In Red Bank, Red Bank's like not a metropolitan area, but it's like a very large town. By base definition, yes, it could be considered a city, but let's be honest, it ain't a city. So in Red Bank, there's a train station, and across the street from the train station is a bar, just like almost every train station in the world. I get a ping to pick a guy up going about 20-25 minutes away. The dude hit such a great first impression when he walked out the door. He hit himself in the head with the door as he was going through the doorway. To which I'm sitting in my car, like in the train station parking lot, thinking that it was like a worker or something. And I see the guy like shamble across the street, and I'm just like, I'm gonna just meet him over there. This seems like a bad play. So I pull into like an alleyway in between the bar and another building, pick him up, and I'm trying to talk to him, and he's like, he was about 2 a.m. wasted at 5 p.m.
Jesus Christ.
So I get him to his house, and at this point, this dude's fucking passed the fuck out. So I get out, I nudge the guy a little bit. I'm like, hey, bro, you're home. You're here. Hey. Dude's still passed out. So I go into the front seat. I have like a spritzer, water spritzer for like getting shit off my windshield. Spray him with the water, and you just see him go, I'm like, hey man, you're here. He goes, oh, cool, man. Hands me a 50. I'm like, all right, cool. So as he's walking out of the car up the stairs, I see the dark outline of the horseshoe where his pants meet the inseam. So his pant legs like this, and it is all fucking dark tan.
God.
And I just go,
he done pissed in your car.
I legit go, oh fuck. I go outside. and I see I don't see anything. I get a fucking glove on. I get a paper towel. I like try to find what's going on. Nothing. Bone dry. So I'm like, okay.
What the fuck?
He pissed himself after he got out.
So I look on the foot, like not the edge of the car, like when you go out, like I'm gonna call it the dirt trap of the car, where like you put your foot on as you get in, like if you have like a big vehicle. So I look over there and I just see a fucking trail going from like the edge of the car, dripping down onto the concrete, and just where the dude fucking walked. So I take pictures of it. I'm like, hey, listen, this dude started pissing himself when he got out of the car. Uber, what do you want me to do? And Uber's like, is it on the carpet? A little bit. All right, so we're going to charge me $250 and you can go get it detailed.
Nice.
Damn.
Neat. So 2 hours later, I get a notification from the Uber app. As I'm at my other job, mind you, the Uber app goes, by the way, you just got another like a $55 tip. For what? I go through like I'm literally sitting in an empty theater watching Bruce Springsteen's fucking Equipment. And I'm scrolling through, I'm like, Homedale. Holy shit, this is the guy that fucking pissed himself as he was getting out of my car. So the dude paid the fare, handed me a 50, got charged $250, and then got another fucking, and then tipped me another 50 on the app. So
he is not gonna
winning?
have a good day the next day.
I mean, you know what that sounds like? A whole lot of not my problem.
Oh yeah, that's the attitude I have, bro. Like, end of the day, I'm out here doing a service and doing you a favor, but at the end of the day, I'm not your babysitter. You're a grown ass adult. It's not my responsibility to take care of your ass. So once you're out of my car, bye. Like,
oh, bro,
not my problem, not my problem, not my job. You know?
No, Starry, he may have felt bad. I honestly don't think he felt bad because he had no idea where the fuck he was. Like, legit, no idea. And
it's only happened about a handful of times, but yeah, you know that look when someone's looking you dead in the eyes and they have that look that they don't know where the fuck they're at.
Dude, it's not just that. Car, if you're looking at them, but they're looking, it looks like they're looking through you about 3 miles down the way.
Right.
Nah, man. Nah. But yeah, it was like the most cleaning I had to do for that was like a little bit of like Lysol or Clorox or some bullshit. Spray the door frame, spray the carpet by the door frame, and I'm good to go. That was it.
Yeah.
But shit, if Uber wants to give me $250 for that,
yeah,
okay.
I definitely would have done that job myself.
But yeah,
so I had exactly one person get sick in my car over all these years and all the thousands and thousands of rides. And me and him basically worked out a deal where he gave me cash and we just kept it on the hush hush and we don't tell Uber.
I got lucky one time. I was driving from Asbury Park to a little bit west of Lakewood. I don't remember where it is. But this lady was getting out of like one of the big clubs in Asbury, needed to go home. So I was like, all right, I mean, I'm going to get paid for it, whatever. So I drive her as we're going through Asbury, Belmar, getting onto 195 so we can get her back. She's like, oh man, my stomach's kind of fucked up right now. I go,
uh-oh.
I'm like, okay, like when I was an Uber driver, I was always like really friendly, talkative, because, you know, money. So she's like, and I'm like, so, I mean, I know it's none of my business, but like, how much did you have to drink? Because like, I need to know if we're good to go for a while, or maybe I should be like, yo, what up, Owen? So she's like, well, I think I spent about $30 on drinks, but I had about 10 drinks bought for me. I'm like, all right, so we're going to get off at the next exit. We're going to find a fucking CVS or a Walgreens that's open 24 hours. You take care of your business. And we'll get we'll reconvene in a little bit. So we get into Lakewood proper. There's a CVS right on the main drag. We pull in there, and she's like, "I'll be right back." 1 step, 2 step, door shut. 1 step, it was just like she turned her head at the right time so that it was like you legit just see the semicircle of projectile away from my car, and I'm just like, and trip, turn app off. She gets back in the car. I'm like, I'm gonna do you a favor because you did me a huge fucking favor. She's like, what do you mean? I go, I saw that like nice head turn to arc the projectile away from me. Thank you. All I need now is where am I dropping you off? Because the rest of this ride is on me. I got you. And she's just like, yeah, like, yeah. At this point, she's like, dude, like my clothes are kind of disgusting. I have a change of clothes. And do you mind if I change in the back seat? And I'm like, sure. And she's like, legit. She's like, you don't have to change the mirror. It's okay. I'm like, oh dear God, my girlfriend would kill me. Whoop, whoop. All right, we good. So she gets out and she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, what can I do to thank you? I'm like, I don't have to clean my car and I don't have to charge you $250. We golden. Hands me a fucking 50. And she's like, this is for your trouble. I go, I'm thinking to myself, all I did was just sit in the car and watch you projectile vomit all over the fucking ground in Lakewood. Like, nah, I'm good. But outside, I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Yoink. But yeah, that right there is like, if you ever want to know what it's like to work for Uber, that's your story. Because it could go either really good or really fucking bad.
Well, the thing is too, is, you know, as someone who's been doing it for a while, you also have to have a little luck involved, but also stay diligent and just don't be afraid to say no to people. Like literally 2 nights ago, I pull up to these dudes. It's 3 guys, 2 of them, and then one of them is just TKO blacked out, and so he's being carried by the other guys. And so I immediately locked my doors and I roll the window down like this much. I'm like, "What's up, guys?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's for him." And I'm like, yeah, I literally say, yeah, I don't make it a habit of letting stumbling people into my car because that usually only ends in bad news.
Well, it's not just that. It's not just that. Like if you have somebody who can't walk into a car, they're not going to be able to walk out of the car.
Right. And unless one of you is getting in here with him, you ain't shoving this dude in my car and then just going back into the bar and having a merry old night. Like that's not happening. So I say that and he kind of looks at me and he goes, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." And I just drove off. Like, fuck it, dude. It's not my responsibility to take care of your buddy. Like,
there is a guy that I was picking up from like the big airport in Jersey, and I started at like 6 p.m. the night before. It's 8 a.m. at this point, and I set the app to where it only gives me trips on the way back. I get a trip at the airport that's sending me an hour and change north and west of Newark. And I go to the guy, I'm like, "Hey man, where are you going?" And he gives me like fucking Watchung or whatever, like the deep south of northern Jersey. That's where he was going. And I just went, no. He goes, "You have to." I go, "No, I don't. I have to keep my acceptance rate above a certain point. I'm at a 99. Trust me, homie, I don't have to take this one." Click.
The way I like to explain it to people, like, you know how restaurants or gas stations have like a no shoes, no shirt, no service?
Yeah.
Same thing applies in my car. If I don't like something about something, I don't need a reason. I don't even need to second guess. I'll just fucking cancel the ride and never, ever think about you again. You'll be a distant memory. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I ain't worried about it. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm only going to remember you until the next ping.
I always flirted with the idea of doing that, but shit, the stories y'all tell, it's like, whoo.
Like
Oh,
there,
To be fair, the stories I tell, they only happen like one every 50 to 100 rides. 9 out of the 10 rides are really pleasant. Like people are cool. I meet people from other countries all the time with like wicked accents and like really cool people that are into gaming. Like, cause I have in my little Uber profile, it says like avid gamer and sports fanatic. So people will be like, "Oh, what do you play?" And it's like an icebreaker,
Nice.
And of course, me, I slid my Twitch into my little description.
No, of course you
My
did.
little Uber description.
Little shameless plug.
Hey, I've gotten a few follows off it. I ain't worried about it. But
no shame in that game.
Yeah. So between that and sports, I always wear my Vikings hat every night when I drive, so it just gives me something to talk about.
Hey man, listen, Dreaded. It might be the Vikings, but at least it's not the Patriots.
This is true.
At least it's not the Buccaneers.
At least it's not the Cowboys.
Also fact.
At least not the Packers. Ugh.
Where's JQ? Where's
Yeah,
JQ
exactly.
gonna jump in? Is he gonna chime in?
I was about to say hashtag we love JQ.
JQ toes.
I told him, I said, I love you except for two weeks out of the year when we play you.
So he asked me about coming back on one night, by the way.
On the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by all means, I wouldn't care. We need to get AZ in here too at some point as a guest speaker and kind of enlighten us on what he, what kind of sucked him into Tarkov so much,
I can answer that for him.
Tired of fucking Call of Duty crashing is probably part of it.
Okay, that too, but that's not the route I was gonna go.
Shit, dude, he crashed more the other night in Tarkov in 30 minutes than he has in
Oh
the
my
last
God.
6 months of Call of Duty combined.
I legit thought his stream was gonna end with like his mouse or keyboard just going straight through his camera and monitor. Like,
Damn.
dude, if it was me, I guarantee you I would be on like LSF with like a fucking punch to my monitor. With how bad the fucking stream was, like how bad he was going, and like every 5 steps, it would just kick him off.
And no joke, I wrote him on Discord and I was like, hey man, props to you, bro, because you have a lot more patience than me. After about the 3rd disconnect, I'd have been swinging for the fences. Like,
oh, like right there is where I would just deactivate my fucking Twitch account. Just, I'm done. Nope, we're good. No more. Nope. I don't need to deal with this bullshit. But yeah, he's a fucking patron saint of patience right there, guys.
He is.
yeah, he really is.
Like even when he's getting like fucking dealing with cheaters and Warzone, he's still just like, yeah, it's whatever.
Dude, that's one of the reasons why it's just like, dude, you play Warzone literally every day. Fucking that's you, homie. That's all you, homie. I got better things to waste my time on. But yeah. So fucking Foretold Legends in chat. I feel when Uber drivers actually show concern and care for those they're driving for, that's how you get the good tips. That is true. However, you always have to look out for number one.
So here's my big thing. I will go the extra mile for one of my passengers, right? No joke, I will. If you show me a little respect. That's literally all I ask for. You don't have to give me a $50 tip. You don't got to fucking kiss my ass. Just say something, just please and thank you. Literally. Like people will get in my car and they'll treat me like I'm their personal chauffeur. So first, you're going to stop here. Then we're going to go to Jack in the Box at the drive-thru. I'm like, you paid for point A to point B. Now, if you want to ask me very nicely, hey, can we please stop at the Jack in the Box? I might throw you a $5 tip or something. That's a different ballgame. But when you're sitting there being Mr. or Mrs. fucking pushy and telling me what to do, nah, that ain't gonna fly. And that's literally 90% of the people don't ask nicely. They just fucking are like rude to me. And that's so
take me to the Jack in the Box, bitch. I'll drop you off at Jack in the Box parking lot and find somebody else to get right.
Yeah, exactly. Like depending on your tone, I'll be like, yeah, I'll drop you off, but I got other rides, man. I'm busy tonight. You know what I mean? Like fuck you, you entitled piece of shit. Ask me nicely. You know what I mean? That's all I ask. So the people that do get in and say, hey man, we're really sorry for the inconvenience, but can you please make a stop at the liquor store? We would really appreciate it. You know what? Yeah, I will, because fucking thank you for asking nicely. That's literally all I ask.
This week's Uber PSA is brought to you by IrishSavageOOC. The official
we got one of those.
the official Uber driver of the Enemy Base podcast.
Yeah.
If you're ever in the Dago area, look him up. Good guy. That's why
like I said, I sound like an asshole a lot of times, but I mean, over 4 years, I have a 4.97 rating. I have a bajillion comments of like people saying thank you and all kinds of nice things. Like I have a high rating for a reason, but it's just, don't give me a reason to be a dickhead to you.
Dude,
Like,
one of my all-time favorite passengers was, I guess, what you guys could call a fucked up transport, where I pick up a guy. He's over by one of the big state universities here, and he's supposed to be going down near South Jersey, like south of Camden, to be with his girl. We're like 15 to 20 minutes in, and like we're talking, and then out of nowhere he goes silent, and you just see him on his phone, like face is getting angrier, like, and angrier, and then he just fucking slams the phone on the seat. I'm just like, at this point I'm like, well, fuck, all right, this is how this is gonna go. All right, bet. So he goes, hey man, listen, I know that this was supposed to be a pretty long ride. I know that you got like Uber drivers around here really like them, but unfortunately I'm going to have to go back. I'm like, oh, that sucks. All right, whatever, man. No big deal. And so we get off the turnpike, turn back around, get on Turnpike North. And he's like, yo, is there a service station or something we can go to? Cause I need a coffee after this. I'm like, I'm sure there's one on the way. Like we passed one on the way down, and we get out and he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, what? Cause he still had that angry tone, and he's like, no, man. I'm sorry. Like I'm going into Starbucks to grab something. What would you like? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. I guess like an iced coffee or something. He's like, all right, cool. Comes out. Legit, he's like, I got you two, one to have now and then one to have later. I'm like, the fuck? All right. Like, I'm not used to like, people in Jersey going out of their way to be nice. It does not happen ever. Right, Dreaded? Right. All right.
Yeah.
So he's like,
you Jersey boys.
Yeah, right. So he comes back through and he's just like, dude, like, again, I apologize. I was kind of angry. I was supposed to go see my girl and like, do the thing. And she canceled on me last second. I'm like, bruh, dude, I know the feel. Trust me. Now that I have even the slightest bit of insight as to why you're so angry right now, I got you. So we get back home, or get back to his house, his home, and he's like, dude, I gave you 5 stars. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Cool. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. And he's like, oh, and he's like, yo, here's for your trouble. Hands me a fucking 20. And I'm like, all right, I dig it. I can thoroughly enjoy this. But yeah, dude, Uber's like a mixed bag, man. It's like
I enjoy, like I said, I enjoy it a solid 90% of the time. It's a good gig. I feel like I'm out there making a difference, getting people home safe. It's just, and that's the thing. It's not just Uber. Any job on the planet, you're gonna run into your occasional asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just. I'm luckily over time I've gotten really good at like not only dealing with people like that or drunk people, but like distracting them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you like country music? I like it too. I'm like, whatever, just cling on to whatever the fuck they say, and then I'll just distract them long enough to get them the fuck out of my car. Once they're out of the car, it's not my problem no more.
As an Uber driver, you have to be like that fake fucking telepath. What the hell's his name? John Edward?
Right.
Where you're just fishing for information to be like, no.
Hey,
no. Gaming, yes. I can do this.
So just to keep it to where we don't talk about nothing but Uber the entire podcast, I have a good question for you guys. I asked my buddy this the other day. I was watching him play Warzone, and not just Warzone. This goes for any game, but I want to see what you guys think. If you could cheat at a game, but 100% get away with it. I'm talking like, oh my God, he's the best player in the world, and you have thousands of viewers on Twitch and knew for a fact that you'd get away with it scot-free, would you do it?
Nope.
If it was like a multiplayer game like Warzone or Tarkov or something like that, no. But if it's like a single player, like if it's fucking single player Grand Theft Auto, who gives a shit? You know, like that's what single player Grand Theft Auto is for. You're playing just to fuck around, kill people, grab their shit, and leave.
Right.
Otherwise, it's we don't. No, we good. I don't need any of that.
Well, we know how he feels,
right? But like the way I look at it's like this: you don't gain anything from being a from cheating. You don't.
See, so the way my buddy put it when I asked him, he said basically like, you know, it's no longer you playing the game,
right?
You know what I mean? So what's the point? Like, what's the point of sitting down, booting up the game, and putting in the time if, like you said, you're not getting better at it, or there's no reward at the end of the tunnel? You know what I mean?
100%.
But I like to ask people that just to kind of see where their heads lie. You know?
No, it's you get literally nothing out of it, and it's rough. Like what do you get out of cheating in Warzone? Let's say, oh, you get the battle pass done faster.
Well, not only that, like, I think in Warzone specifically, or games like that, it's more of the fact if they just straight literally feed off of the toxicity of the other players, like in the post-game lobby, screaming and crying about the cheating, like they literally feed off that.
Oh, yeah.
This is the example I used, okay? Fall Guys. The example I used. There's motherfuckers out there living in their mama's basement, cheating at Fall Guys, flying around the map, bro.
Paris Heller was talking about that. Like,
what
how
the
bad is your life?
Fuck is the benefit of that? Because here's the thing: even if people are getting upset and mad, like that guy's cheating, there's no proximity chat in Among Us, or sorry, in Fall Guys. So it's not like you can hear their mics and hear their frustration. Like you're just winning, and then, oh cool, I won another game, and then like there's what the fuck is the man? You're not gonna get in any tournaments, you ain't winning no money, you ain't winning no fucking prizes. Like what's the fucking point besides being the most gigantic little dick nerd on the whole planet? Like I can't.
Dude, I was watching like back in the day, I was watching Tim the Tatman play Warzone. This was like early seasons Modern Warfare, and because he's such a prominent Warzone streamer, you know, Infinity Ward, Activision, they drop in to watch him fairly often. So he's in a lobby and he gets killed by a cheater, right? So you see somebody go from Activision, hey, Tim, this is blah, blah, blah from Activision. Stay on him. So he goes, all right, cool. So he's on the guy, and the guy's like, by the way, you're gonna get disconnected from this in 3, 2, 1, booted the lobby, because his the guy who they were following got banned from the game. So if the guy you're spectating dies, I guess in this type of instance, you're just gone. You're back in the lobby. And like the dude legit got fucking banned on stream on Tim the Tatman's channel.
The thing that kills me about that is that's all great, but in 14 and a half seconds, that motherfucker has a new Hotmail account logged in and ready to go on a brand new account, and he's cheating again. What's stopping him? What the fuck is stopping him? Exactly. So what's the point? I banned him for you, Tim.
Well,
like,
see,
cool, man. Thank you. You saved the day. Like, no, you didn't do fucking shit.
Well, that
you
goes
spit in a bucket of water. Like, fuck, man.
Well, that's why I've been saying from the get-go, man. Like, Activision needs to like stop with the small dick energy and implement an IP ban or a hardware ban, and say, you can, if you're going to get caught cheating, you will not play from that computer on that IP address ever again.
Yeah,
And
but
then on top of that,
that would include investing money, and they don't want to invest their
No.
money. You remember that? Remember that scene from Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back back in the day when the director is just sitting there counting the fat stacks of money, and he's like, "Cut."
Oh, Chris Rock.
Yeah,
Chris
remember that?
Rock.
He's just counting fat stacks. Like that's like everyone at the Activision
Yeah.
office is like, I can't be bothered with it. Excuse me, I got counting to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they don't give a shit.
so
But like, dude, you could. There's ways around that. Like I know what you're saying, but let's use because Jake, you said that's the problem with making it free, right? Let's use Counter-Strike for example. They at least try to implement some little tiny, at least speed bumps. Like you have to be level 30 before you can play ranked, or you have to, that. Like there's ways around just letting someone fucking be like, oh, this is my new account. Here I go. I'm the best. Like they don't even like make it hard.
but then how do you implement that in something like Warzone? You can't.
Well, that's the thing. I don't. Yeah, exactly. But
Like the only way you could do that is if you go, you can't even think about touching Warzone until you hit level 30 on your
pass.
your battle pass or your rank, whatever. And then even then, like that forces them to have to buy Black Ops or Modern Warfare so that they have access to Warzone. So right there, you're taking the ability to just hop on Warzone for free out and just pulling it out from everyone. But again, that requires Activision to devote money to things other than gaudy, stupid fucking weapon skins.
Right.
And it's ridiculous. And I've said this for the longest time, which by the way is why I have the fuck Actiblizzard command in my chat. Activision doesn't know how to do anything except suck the life out of any franchise they have in any studio that they absorb. Look at what's happened to Blizzard. Look at what happened to Treyarch. Look what happened to fucking Raven Software. All of them got absorbed in some way, shape, or form by fucking Activision, and they're fucked. They put out a great game, and then they don't put the support out behind it.
I just don't know how like you could just literally put on this front of like
We care about our customers.
Not only that, but like say you're in charge of like Activision's Twitter, right? And you're like, all right, guys, the new update's coming out. We're so excited. 98 new glitches and dev errors. Like literally twice in one day yesterday. I'm playing fucking quads with four of us. Two of my teammates in one game get kicked. So now we're a duo in quads. That happened twice in one fucking day.
And then you got kicked.
That is an absolute fucking disgrace and a joke. That is an actual joke. That the game's been out a year and it's getting worse, not better. It's literally, and it sucks because obviously I've built my stream and my main game streamed as that, and I just want to like fuck that game. You know what I mean? Like it just makes me sick, man.
But the sad part is you can't, because your community is so ingrained in Warzone. It's going to be hard for you as a Warzone content creator to walk away from that and try something else.
Just wait till I have 100 viewers watch me play Hello Kitty.
Hey man, listen, if you can get 100 viewers playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, I'll hop on that. Because it's got to be a better MMO than WoW at this point. But no, man, it's like anytime I talk about COD, like the multiplayer game, like you buy Cold War, you go into multiplayer, you go into like Nuketown or Express or whatever the fucking train map is, and you have fun doing that because you don't have all the fuck ups from Infinity Ward, which apparently have learned no lessons from when Modern Warfare 3 came out, because the game still ends up buggy as fuck. And then you hand over a game that's literally built on the backbone of a shit fucking MMO in Blackout. And then you hand it back to Treyarch, which they go, well, we could have just went back to Blackout. And Activision goes, nope, this works. People actually played this. So it's a circle jerk. It's a fucking circle jerk.
Right. And the thing that kills me most too is not only all the bugs, repetitive bugs. Like, oh, the stim glitch is back again. Dang it! Like, what?
You had it right the first time. The stim bitch.
Do something about it. Like, fuck,
Yeah,
man.
and then it was what was it? Oh, trucks are breaking the game. Oh, now it's helicopters are breaking the game. It was like,
dude,
what?
And they were able to take out trucks. They were able to take out certain weapon skins, but yet when the stim glitch is happening, they couldn't break out the stim glitch. They couldn't just be like, no, we're taking the stim glitch, we're taking the stim out until we can fix it.
They just fucking do the bird box challenge on half the shit and just
Yeah.
fucking ignore it, I swear.
Dude, like,
and then meanwhile, the CEO sitting there, instead of saying more cowbell, he's saying more weapon skins, more blueprint, ding, 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 ding. Fucking just, oh my God, man. Can't.
Dude, people can talk all the shit they want, man, about fucking Tarkov. And they could be like me. They could be like, yeah, man, Tarkov's going to be in an infinite beta. Yeah, but at least fucking Battlestate tries to work shit out when they have glitches and game-breaking problems. Fucking, at least they introduce new shit. What was the last new thing that was introduced in fucking Warzone? Nothing.
Right.
Like the last thing the last like actual innovative thing that we got in Warzone was the Rebirth. They actually added a new map, which apparently is something that Activision just doesn't want to do. They should have added a new map when Cold War went live so that people have something new and a reason to play the game. Instead, we get a fucking shipwreck where you can start a bullshit zombie mini game, and then as soon as you're done, you get fucking camped. Then somebody takes the key card that you just spent 5 minutes trying to get for nothing.
That shipwreck, I'm gonna be honest, man. That shipwreck had some major like Fortnite vibes.
It is
which I did not like. You know what I mean? Like, but I've landed there exactly once and never again.
But that's what Warzone is turning into. Warzone is not its own game anymore. They are looking at what made Fortnite popular and
which was weapon skins.
Weapon skins and instead of giving a new map, which they did at some point twice over, they added things to them. They added things to a map which was actually already good. So like,
and then their backup emergency plan is always, we'll just re-release Rust.
Yeah, right.
That'll distract them.
So what we're gonna do in the far end of the map, we're gonna put the oil barracks where Rust is. We're gonna make a makeshift fucking desert in the middle of fuck all nowhere for dance. Guess what? We got Rust in the game, boys. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, but honestly, at the end of the day, JQ is 100% right. Like, unless there's some sort of hardware and or IP ban implemented, it's never going to be taken seriously, and it's just going to get worse, not better.
Yeah,
it's literally a losing battle, you know.
That's why I just didn't bother with it. Like, that's why, like, I went hard for about 2 months, realized that's not the situation I want to be in, and I just said, I'm done here. Like, I'll come back every once in a while. Like, if you say, hey man, listen, do you want to play? I got a spot open. Yeah, I'll go on Warzone. But I'm not going to go on Warzone just to go on Warzone and then fucking a minute in, I'm getting head glitched and aimbotted. Nah,
right.
I'm good. Next thing I know, I'm going to get fucking homing tracer bullets on my ass. Nah, man, I'm good.
And the thing that's sad too, bro, is it's literally every single game.
Yeah.
2K, people have modded controllers that are automatic switch every time they push a button.
Yep.
So League of Legends, people have scripts.
So
fucking it doesn't matter. Like Overwatch, any shooter, fucking just doesn't matter, man.
In Overwatch, it's actually a lot harder to cheat because you have to actually, I don't know how it is in Warzone, but you actually have to program some bullshit like this fucking mod pack that I tried using for all of about 10 minutes, realized that it's more trouble than what it's worth, and it's been sitting collecting dust on my desk for years. And then you have people who are actually who are using it, or the Cronus, where you just plug a controller in and then it does everything for you, and you have fucking radar, you have whatever, you have everything that you need. It's just turned into a walking fucking hack. Like, anybody who uses the fucking mod pack or the Cronus is a fucking small dick scumbag.
Well, that's the thing too, is again, it boils down to the same old question of what's the point? Because let's say, you know, because I played 2K and I tried to take it. I tried to qualify for the 2K Combine, like the Pro League, you know?
Right.
And so you had to win 100 games in the month of March with a 60% or higher win rate. Okay. So let's just say, for argument's sake, you're using this fucking cheat controller to get your wins, get your 100 wins. Oh man, I made it to the 2K Combine. Okay, fucking now what, dickhead? You're obviously not going to be able to use a cheat controller if you make it to the league, or if you get drafted by one of these pro teams. They're going to throw you out of the league, and you're going to be garbage with a normal controller because you've been cheating for 6 months. So what's the fucking point?
There isn't.
Like, dude, it kills me, man. Like,
there is literally no point. And
honestly, I think they get off on the toxicity more than anything.
No, and that's the only thing that makes sense, is like they literally get off on other people's misery. Like, because at the end of the day, using 2K as an example again, sitting there playing an entire 30-minute game, 4 quarters of someone against someone who's cheating, and they're 15 for 15 from the 3-point line. You just wasted 30 minutes of my time. Like, I had no way to win, no chance to win. Like, what was the point of me even getting on the game?
Yeah, and the absolute worst of it is, like, if you have somebody on your if you're the one person cheating and the other, and you just go, hey, just pass me the ball, and you just see swish and swish and swish, then it's literally like you got to figure out a way to try to get out of that dude's way, and good fucking luck. Like, trying to get into that dude's way and block the shot or whatever, and it's impossible.
Right.
Like, I was watching you one weekend. You were streaming 2K, and I'm just like, dude, are you really fucking playing against a cheater right now? Yeah. And you have it left? No.
We just move on to the next one, like, hopefully there's no, and that's the thing, is you get so beat down that's the attitude you develop. It was, I hope there's no cheaters in the next one. Like, it's just, it's sad, man. It just ruins it.
Yeah, it is. It's rough.
And what's crazy too, and like, you got to have some next level cojones for this, to be honest. But like, I've, seen videos or like of people who have literally cheated or tried cheating in like professional tournaments. Like, the one that comes to mind most recently is, he was a sort of a semi-pro / pro Counter-Strike player named Forsaken. Right. On stage, bro. He's not on an online tournament, on stage in a LAN tournament with refs and coaches and everything. He is fucking running hacks on his computer, and they come over and they call timeout, and they walk up to his computer and they say something to him, and literally 3 people standing around his computer, he tries to like delete him, and they fucking grab his wrist and stop him, and they fucking catch him. The motherfucker was cheating live at a pro tournament on stage. Like, where does it end? How did he make it past all the admins, all the online tournaments that he had to qualify for the main tournament? How do you get past all that shit cheating? And look, like, how do you let this happen in your pro league where people are making money, where there's orgs and there's money on the line? Like, that is just ridiculous, dude.
In most games now, it's almost commonplace to have your to have a second computer up and running, and it's running like a hardware hack, where if you, like, let's say in Tarkov, this is where it's really prominent. You have, they use some form of like hardware bridge that the second computer connects to your gaming PC, and it acts as a radar, so you can see literally anybody on the map at once, all the scavs, all the PMCs, and you could just go through like your fucking Predator and just blap, 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 done, collect all the loot and leave.
Right.
And because it's a hardware thing on a second computer, it's very hard for companies like Battlestate to
combat.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
You know what? Honestly, this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, but the absolute worst thing about all the cheaters and all the bullshit on the multiplayer games is it's gotten so bad that, let's use Jobo, GX, and Nova, those, that group of guys. I watch them stream almost every day because they're fucking awesome, And no joke, every other person they kill on the death comms, oh, they're cheating 100%. Oh, they're hacking 100%. So now it's, if you're good at a game or if you make a good play, you're just automatically a hacker. So, and that's the worst part too, is now, no, I'm just having a really good day, or I'm in the zone, or I'm fucking dropping dick off. Oh, he's a hacker. Like,
well, think about it.
Like, it's a double-edged sword, and it just sucks because you get no praise. If you do good, you're a hacker. automatically.
Well,
Like,
think about Tainted. Every time he hits a saucy one tap, he's hacking, and then he's banned for a week.
Exactly, shadow banned for just because you're a fucking sore loser. Like, and it just it sucks, man.
Dude, like again, that's like all the reason why I stay away from highly competitive shit like Warzone. I barely played. I played Fortnite I think 3 times in my life. One of which was because they had a Captain America skin out. Other than that, like I couldn't be bothered because there's too many fucking cheaters, too much hacking, too much bullshit. And then at least with multiplayer Call of Duty, it's prevalent but not as prevalent as Warzone because you actually have to hit a paywall to use multiplayer, whereas you could just go into Warzone, create an account, cheat, get banned, and then you're back 5 minutes later in a new lobby.
Yeah, and the thing that kills me too is even using that same guy, the Counter-Strike guy, as an example. I think he only got like a year or 2 ban or something.
Yeah.
So no. Don't ban him for life from any ESEA events. Just ban him for a couple of years because that'll show him.
Yeah, because
because now he'll just go cheat at a different game for 2 years until his ban's up. Then he'll come back. You know what I mean? Like it just I don't know. Like China has it right, bro. Because China, the gaming scene and stuff in China is so huge that people make a living off it. That when you get caught cheating in games, like it's a serious fucking offense. Like you can get thrown in jail for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying people need to be thrown in jail for cheating at games, but like JQ mentioned again before, the hardware or the IP bans, we need to try to go more that route if at all possible.
If you think about it, there is a case that could be made for it because it's fraud.
Well, right. Pro game, and there's like millions of dollars on.
Well, that's the thing is, you used Tim as an example, and guys on that stature, that money is actually on the line because if he is getting hacked or, spawn or stream sniped or whatever, it's affecting his gameplay, which might be affecting his viewership, which is affecting his money. Yeah. So it does boil down to,
and that's why I firmly believe that any type of like big money event in Warzone or Fortnite or whatever else has to be it has to be on like a private server. You can't have these games public. It makes no sense.
That was always my thing too, is like, whenever you watch like a BR tournament or something, it's always like, all right, kills count for this much, placement counts for this much. No. Make these motherfuckers fight against each other.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No race, no, we're going to drop, they're going to drop us into a bronze lobby and we're going to kill 70 people. No. Make these fucking pro teams fight each other.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that, because that's what PUBG did. And that's why, even though I don't play PUBG anymore, the pro scene was interesting because it was, CLG, TSM, all those teams, but they're fighting against each other on the BR map.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think there's, my little simple mind, there'd be better ways to do it.
Well, no, that goes back to it has to be on a private server. Like when Pastilli did his Punisher tournament for Tarkov a few months back, and Battle State said, "This is it. This is how we're doing it. Everyone that's in this game, they're going to be on private servers. We're running labs, and there are 10 PMCs, 10 PMCs per map." It's only you guys. Have fucking fun. Go kill yourselves. We'll see you at the end.
Right.
So yeah. Not to mention controller mobs and the router that gives you the bot lobbies are using VPNs. The router that gives you the bot lobbies has actually been proven false. It's a marketing scheme. But yeah. So either way, I think now is about a good time to cut it.
Yeah, I gotta graciously bow out, go eat dinner and get ready for work, all that good stuff. So
all good, homie. Yeah, so again, we're gonna have the podcast up on YouTube later on this week. I'm gonna shoot for Friday. Both the podcast and the video are gonna be good to go by then. For DreadedGamur, for Irish, everyone in chat, thank you very much. Have a good one. I will catch you next time. If you are catching us live, I'm going to take a quick break, use the restroom, and we'll be back for maybe Tarkov. Maybe.
See you guys later.
All right, guys. Later, homies.
Bye.